Thank you. I have to tell you, it is so... Oh, short? How's that? I have to tell you, when I gaze upon this crowd, and as I got around to visit the people that showed up here today, what a wonderful sight it is, and how heartwarming to see you all come out and support my brother. Now remember, I'm the sister. Tim called me on Sunday and said, "Hey Nance, now don't freak out." Oh, okay. And after the third time of "don't freak out," I had to just stop and think a minute. He's laughing, so something is up his sleeve. He said, "You know, I think it would be really nice if my sister would introduce me." And I have to tell you, it took my breath away. I was humbled to think that he'd want me to get up and speak in front of people on his behalf. And then he went on to tell me what my parameters were. 2 to 3 minutes, and you cannot tell the story you want to tell. And I'm sitting on the other end of the line, and I am going, now I'm the one freaking out here. In the first place, having lived with 5 generations of Bjorkmans, I know of very few that can get up and have a dialogue on anything and keep it under 3 minutes. And the second part of that is, the story I wanted to tell was my earliest remembrance of Tim's attitude on how there was a situation in front of him, and he displayed continued focus, discipline, and determination to win over on that problem. And he did, and I was there to witness it. He has done that the rest of his entire life on all of the achievements he has attained. Well, that Sunday night we drove home, and all the way home from Des Moines, I'm just going, what am I going to say? What am I going to say? And how am I not going to embarrass him? I promised I wouldn't embarrass him, at least not intentionally embarrass him. And when I went to Mass, I prayed for divine intervention because I knew I needed a bucket full. And it came to me immediately. We started to pray the stewardship prayer. Their entire married life, Tim and Carol have always met the challenge of placing God and faith at the center of their life. They have focused on loving and caring for family, friends, and neighbors, and have opened their hearts to the realization that we are called to give up something of ourselves so life can flourish. And they have always been good stewards of their gifts entrusted to them by their willingness to share their time, talents, and treasures as outward signs of love. There are many examples I could give you of their stewardship throughout their lives. I will share with you only one, and to me it was the most profound. 1982 was a big year for Tim and Carol. They both graduated law school, they got married, and they began their plans for the next year of their life. And in January of 1983, they set aside their careers, they packed their bags, left their families and friends, and dedicated that year of 1983 to a year of missionary work. Since that time, they have consistently demonstrated stewardship and sharing of their time, talents, and treasures in private practice, on the parole board, and most recently, the bench. As you listen to Tim today, you will understand his passion and willingness to continue his stewardship in helping others. It is my honor and my extreme privilege and pleasure to introduce to you my brother, Tim Bjorkman.